Hey my beautiful Taurus peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot. I'm coming at you guys with your mid-June 2022 tarot reading. How are you guys? I hope you guys are well. Without further ado, let's see what we got going on for the beautiful bull gang, baby. Messages for Taurus here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout their June, or their mid-June 2022. What information do we got coming up here for Team Taurus, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-June 2022. Let's go ahead and begin. First card out, we do have here the Page of Swords. Moving on to the next card for you. We do have here the Queen of Wands. And then lastly for Taurus, what do we got? And we have here the Six of Swords. So having a look here so far, moving into mid-June, we have here the Page of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Six of Swords. As far as what I'm gathering here for you guys, Page of Swords here to the Queen of Wands, you're pretty much in this energy right now where you're picking up on something. You know, the queen, or not the queen, excuse me, the Page of Swords is like one of those energies where you're becoming aware of a situation. You can see something from a distance. And I think that whatever this is you're noticing is really starting to kind of ramp you up a little bit here with the Queen of Wands. Now, this could be something ramping you up in a positive way. This might be you guys keeping an eye on a situation, and maybe you're starting to see a positive thing coming from it. This could be about possibly making investments, and you're starting to see the fruits of your labors coming in from your investments. So therefore, that could be ramping you up here. You could be starting to get excited about your future with the Six of Swords. So it doesn't have to be necessarily anything negative that you're starting to notice, but I could definitely say you're picking up on something here moving into the second half of your month. Let's go ahead and clarify that real quick. I want to have a look here at the Page of Swords. What is it that Taurus is picking up on, please, throughout the second half of June? And we do have here the World card. Ooh, I like that. I think you're picking up here on your manifestation coming through, your brand new beginning being on the horizon for you. Typically with the World card energy, this is about new cycles that are incoming, new cycles that are inbounds. So it feels to me, Taurus, that you're starting to see a new cycle be born in your life. I love it. Let's go ahead and get more information on what this new cycle is. What other information can you provide here for Taurus? Hello, we had a card here flipped over. Where'd it go? Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me find this real fast. What is this? A Three of Wands? Okay. Let's go ahead and get more information here, please, on what this new cycle is for Taurus. Thank you very much. We also got here the Six of Wands, and we got here the Queen of Cups. So, Taurus, whatever this new cycle is that's coming in here for you, we got here the Queen of Cups, we got here the Six of Wands, and then we got here the World card. Definitely feels to me like it's something pretty positive. The Six of Wands is usually a card of positive attention. It's a card of good news. It could be a card here too of success. And then we got here the Queen of Cups, which is something that emotionally aligns with you. Something here that definitely brings in contentment and energies of happiness. So having a look here so far at the second half of June, it's like you're starting to see the seeds you've planted grow. You're becoming very aware of the seeds that you have planted, and it's starting to fuel you up with all this positivity, excitement, and motivation. It's like I could see the clear path right now to the future that I've wanted for myself unfolding right before my very eyes, which is such a fantastic feeling and a fantastic to see here for you guys moving throughout the second half of your month. I'm loving this energy for you. All right, let's go ahead and have a look here at your surroundings and see what's going on there, Taurus. All right, what do we got showing up here for Taurus's surroundings, please? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-June 2022. Having a look here at the first card out, we do got here the Two of Pentacles. Moving on to the next one for you, we do got here the Eight of Swords. And then lastly for you, Taurus, is going to be the Moon card. So having a look here at your surroundings, we got here the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and we got here the Moon card. So with this energy being said, all right, Two of Pentacles here, Eight of Swords, kind of feels to me like what you're surrounded by right now are people who are not very confident in their decision making. I feel like you're dealing with people here who could be a little bit flaky, a little bit wishy-washy. So with the people that are in your surroundings right now, Taurus, it seems to me like they don't really have their eye on the prize, or they don't really have their mind committed to the vision that they are trying to create or manifest in this world. And with the Moon card showing up over here too, it's like you're dealing with people as well who don't really appear to be in the right mindset or in the right energy to attain what it is they want. So when you're looking at your surroundings and your social circle, it's like I'm surrounded by people who are kind of filled with a lot of doubt. I'm surrounded by people who kind of constantly second guess themselves, or they flip-flop a lot on what they want in their life. And for me, that's a completely different story. I don't feel like I'm flip-flopping at all. I got my eyes on the prize, I got my eyes on the vision, I got my eyes on my goals, and I'm actually starting to watch all that unfold because I've been very focused. Now here's the thing, your environment plays a pretty massive role sometimes. And it can be pretty difficult for you to grow and succeed when you notice that you're surrounded by people that maybe don't have that same vision. You know, what I learned a long time ago is that the people I surround myself with is usually what I have or can potentially align myself to be. So if I started to surround myself with people who weren't hungry for success, if I started to surround myself with people who just were not really happy, not really content, surround myself with people who had no motivation, you know, unfortunately that could rub off on me, right? So when I was going through my phase in life of wanting to focus on building more success in my life, building more abundance, you know, I recognized I needed to make sure my environment was equating to what I wanted. So I started to surround myself with people who were more positive, surround myself with people who were looking at an actual goal and who believed in themselves and who were, you know, positive about their dreams and goals, not people who were putting everybody down or putting themselves down, or people who constantly had negative things and negative opinions to offer. I looked towards the people who were supportive and believing of me and supportive of believing within themselves, and I saw a massive change in my life. So what I would say for you, Taurus, is that, and I'm sure you guys are definitely feeling this too, it's like the more you're starting to see your seeds grow, the more that you're starting to see your abundance come into this reality, be mindful of your surroundings. If you have people that are surrounding you that don't believe in you, if you have people that are surrounding you that doubt you or that try to instill fear and doubt within you, it might be time to switch up who you're surrounded with here in the second half of the month. I would definitely say be mindful of that because our surroundings can have an influence upon us, all right? Let's go ahead and get a little more information, though, about Taurian surroundings, please. Let's get maybe 2 more cards just to get a clearer picture. And what do we have? We already have here a Page of Wands, and then following up with that Page of Wands, we do have here the 2 of Wands. So, Taurus, it's like, I do feel like there is a decent amount of people, or it could be a specific person in general, who maybe doesn't take you too seriously here with the Page of Wands, because the Page of Wands can be an energy here of somebody who is not overly committed, not overly serious, a person here that kind of looks at things almost in like a jokingly manner. So you might be surrounded by somebody here who hasn't taken you seriously, your goals seriously, your dreams seriously, and with the 2 of Wands showing up over here, it's like this individual's talking from a position, though, of something that they're never going to pursue. You know, it's really important to recognize that when people don't believe in you, it's because they don't believe in their own ability or capacity to do what it is you're doing. For example, right now, Taurus, let's say your dream is to be a fashion designer, a very worldwide famous fashion designer, and you believe in yourself. You believe that your quality of clothing can become the next big thing, but let's say this person doesn't believe in you. Well, the reasoning behind the fact that they don't believe in you is because if they don't believe that they can do it for themselves, why would they believe that you could do it, right? So ultimately, that kind of comes from that comes from that aspect of why people are that way sometimes. It's because if they don't believe that they can do it themselves, why would they believe you would, right? So no, overall here, Taurus, you know, taking a look at your surroundings, I do feel like you're kind of surrounded by people who are pretty flip-floppy in their life. You know, one minute they're wanting to do this, then the next minute, I'll do something else. Or you're surrounded by people who just don't really believe at all, and they feel that you need to get in reality and stay grounded. You know, I would just be mindful here of your surroundings kind of getting in the way with what you're aligning yourself to, because it's important. Because right now in mid-June, you're starting to see the fruits of your labor manifest. You're starting to see your success grow. You're seeing things work in your favor that you've been working hard for and that you have been focused on seeing it come to the light. Things that you have been focused on, that you've been seeing coming into your reality. So you've been putting in hard work, you have stood focused, you have kept your belief within yourself, and you have worked relentlessly. Make sure your environment doesn't step in the way, I guess, is what my guides want me to stress to you. Now let's go ahead and have a check-in here with your mental health. How has Taurus been mentally here throughout the second half of June, please? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. First card out, we do got here the Hierophant, so I can definitely say here, you've been incredibly disciplined here and committed to your dreams, your goals, and your visions. Now, the Hierophant is also a card that does represent the zodiac sign of Taurus, and that's what I love to see here for you too. So Taurus, you've been very disciplined here mentally for sure. We also do have here the 6 of Pentacles, and then lastly for you guys, we do have here the 7 of Pentacles. Nice. So Taurus, as far as what I'm seeing here, guys, as far as it's looking like mentally, you've been very optimistic, you've been very disciplined, disciplined. You've been very balanced here too, because the Six of Pentacles is one of those cards that does represent balance. So guys, your mental health here has been pretty rock solid. You know, this is the energy of like, I'm disciplined, I'm doing what I got to do day in and day out to keep a positive mentality and a positive morale. I'm investing myself in everything that's good for me, everything that's positive. I'm making sure that the content that I'm absorbing is good information. I'm making sure that the things I watch on YouTube, the things I see on my Twitter feed, the people I follow on Instagram, you know, the things in the social space, I'm making sure what I'm consuming is good stuff and good knowledge for me that's always keeping me in a positive vibration. It's like you're really on top of making sure that you're putting yourself in a position to be around good energy and good vibes. So I like this for you a lot. Mentally, you seem very disciplined. You still seem very focused, but you also seem very balanced. You know, you're in a very positive and optimistic place here, stepping into the second half of the month. And the more positive and optimistic that a person can be, the more they have in reference to opportunity in life. Like the more opportunities you're going to have, dude, the more optimistic you are, right? Because if you're closed off, those opportunities ain't manifesting. So I like this for you. Let's go ahead and see what you can expect moving forward here throughout the rest of your mid-June. What can my Taurians here expect going forward, please? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the rest of their mid-June 2022. First card out is going to be the Magician. Moving on to the next card for you, we do have here the Three of Cups. Awesome. And then moving on to the last and final card, we have here the Six of Cups. So based upon what you can expect, Taurus, moving forward is the Magician, the Three of Cups, and the Six of Cups. I feel like the Six of Cups showing up here for you is like you kind of taking a trip down memory lane for a second. You know, you're thinking to yourself back in your past about how you used to dream about the stuff that you're starting to do now in mid-June 2022. It's like, man, it's really gratifying to think that in my past I used to dream about the stuff that I'm basically doing right now. Like, it's absolutely fantastic. It's such a rewarding moment for you here with the Three of Cups and with the Magician showing up. It's like I'm living proof that you can manifest your dreams and realities because I'm starting to see everything that I wanted in my past finally unfold for me in the present moment. So it's really awesome. What you can expect going forward is continuing to see what you've been manifesting unfold for you, continuing to see what you've been dreaming of unfold for you. And it's a really gratifying feeling because when you look back in the past, you were like, I've always wanted to be exactly where I am right now. And now that my journey is starting to unfold and things are starting to align, I'm so incredibly excited right now and for the future that I'm building and creating. So guys, this is freaking wonderful, man. I love this energy for you. You know, I tell people all the time, there is no such thing as the law of attraction without the law of action. If you want to manifest anything in this world, you first must believe in yourself, even if nobody else in this world does. And then you must take action in order to get what it is you want and to align yourself with what it is you're manifesting. So for example, if you'd want to be that famous fashion designer, you have to be willing to believe that the clothing that you produce is valuable enough to the world. You have to believe that the clothing you want to produce is valuable enough for people to want to buy it and wear it and show it off, and that it's valuable enough to even be famous type of clothing, right? And then you got to take the action. You got to make the clothing. You got to start your brand. You got to make your websites. You got to design and collaborate with people. You got to do all that stuff. So when you bring in the law of attraction and the law of action, that right there creates alignment, and alignment steers you to your manifestation. Okay? Love it, Taurus. Let's go ahead and get to the overall outcome here. What's going to be the overall outcome here, please, for Team Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-June 2022? Let's go ahead and have a look. And that overall outcome here is going to be the Ten of Wands, followed up here with the Four of Pentacles. So having a look here at your overall outcome, Ten of Wands here followed up with the Four of Pentacles. All the hardships you've undergone, all the hardships that you've gone through, all the times that people have told you what you're doing may not be the best thing, or it may not be the most practical thing, you know, those are things that are always going to be with you. Those are things that are always going to reside in the back of your mind. But the most important thing is that what you held on to is what drove you to push through all these hard times. You got here the Four of Pentacles, which is one of those big cards that talks about holding on to things. I mean, especially here too, if you look at the Four of Pentacles, we have this guy over here who seems to be like he's protecting his stuff. Maybe this is food over here. You know, this guy over here is protecting what he finds valuable. And that really resonates in a certain aspect to you, Taurus, because despite what other people would say, individuals who didn't believe in you, people who tried to tell you to be more grounded or be more realistic, you know, whatever kind of hardships you've endured too with that Ten of Wands, you've always had your mind on the prize. You've always had your eyes on the prize here because you've always known what you've wanted, Taurus. So I think that despite all the hardships and things you've gone through, you're proud that you kept it pushing. You're proud that you kept your eye on the prize. Because if you didn't, and if you didn't keep pushing forward to get what you wanted, you would have never manifested the position of where you are today in mid-June 2022. So it's very important, guys, to always keep the vision of what you want and constantly keep feeding that vision all the time. Never stop believing in yourself, and always make sure that you're taking action in the direction in which you want to follow. You know, I think that a lot of people really believe that we only get lucky in this life, but there's no such thing as luck, guys. You make your own luck. So, congrats, Taurus. I'm really happy to see your hard work paying off. I'm really happy to see your manifestations being brought here into reality. I'm really happy that you've always had your eye on the prize and you've never given up and you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. And the only thing that I can really tell you guys about this mid-month particularly is just to watch out in reference to your surroundings and your social circle. I would just be a little mindful of that, be a little mindful of people here who are finicky, flip-floppy, who maybe don't have the most optimistic point of view. You know, try not to let other people's opinions kind of get to your head. And even if you want to do a little bit of revamping of your social circle here in mid-June, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to surround yourself with more like-minded people, more people that kind of align to your same ways of thinking, more people that have positive energy to bring to the table, don't be afraid to do that too, because the more you kind of surround yourself with this energy, the more you're setting yourself into alignment, even more moving further, okay? All right, Taurus, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this mid-month message for mid-June 2022. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. And with that being said, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your month, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Much love, Taurus, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.